Not another top 10 show coming back at you. Scott, Icebox Nemi, Joey, J Neems, Niemi,
What's up, guys?
and Colin C. Wells.
Otherwise known as Big Nasty.
Big Nasty.
Big nasty.
Big Nasty in the house. Check out his podcast if you haven't. Where can we follow you? SoundCloud?
SoundCloud.com/EOTH podcast.
Damn right. Get on that. Dude's got some followers in Oakland, and he's representing all over the nation. So check out his shit. Today we have Tarantino. Another on top 10 shows. Best Tarantino scenes or chapters. And we got a tough one here, obviously, because I think it's fair and safe to say that Tarantino is one of the most beloved filmmakers of our time, at least. So, snappy dialogue, really insane scenes. You got some really good cinematography that goes on, especially that noose when Django's walking by.
Crazy content.
Yeah. Gore, violence, action, all sorts of stuff. So, and the guy loves a wide variety of films. So, if you haven't checked out Tarantino before,
Must be living under a rock.
no shit. If you don't like spaghetti and meatballs, you better get the hell out.
Lamb and tuna fish.
Yeah. So, here's how we do it. We set the topic. We each made our own separate top 10 lists. When we come back here, we highlight our top 5 through 1. If we happen to have the same entity within our top 5s, the person with that entity higher, meaning towards 1, or I probably said that wrong, but towards 1 gets to keep their property right there, and then the other person has to change it with one of their 6 through 10. Going in order. Who's kicking us off with number 5? Tarantino scenes.
You kick us
Or
off.
chapters.
Ooh, icebox.
All right, man. The icebox start here. Number 5, I went with the Kill Bill anime scene, The Origin of O-Ren.
I
Didn't
like
make
that one.
mine.
Didn't make it?
It's on here. It's on here, but it's towards the bottom.
All right. Well, look, I think with the Kill Bills, we get a different side of Tarantino. You know, his love for movies like this, the Karate, or all those really over the top cheesy action like that. But I think
Bruce Lee type film.
yeah,
almost.
pretty much, yeah, kung fu type shit. And I think when he delves into that anime side, it just brings a whole different scenery to a Kill Bill movie that's already pretty sweet. Not only that, but he highlights a female, basically all females, as his leads. So that's pretty bomb. David Carradine, I think. Yeah, David Carradine as Bill, and you get a lot of great actors. But I mean, in that scene alone, I think the gore, the anime, I think really highlights sort of the culture that he's trying to get with the Kill Bills, and sort of really gives it a little bit more of like an authenticity, like an authentic Far East feel to his movies. You know, the Hanzo swords, the samurai swords, and all that stuff. So yeah, the O-Ren story, or the origin of O-Ren, is my number 5.
I like the scene. Like, I like the character development that it brings to the table, and I even got into the anime style because I thought it was pretty cool how it was thrown in there. But it's just that compared to the other scenes, like not only just in Kill Bill but across Tarantino's universe,
I think it just really sticks out for me.
I like the actual scene with Oren, the non-animated one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Better than the animated one.
See, I think, it's cool because, like, she's our main villain in this film, or, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
in Kill Bill Volume 1. But it really humanizes her character because of what happened to her in the past. You know, her family getting killed by Morimoto. And then her going back and getting the revenge. It just shows how brutal she is as a whole.
Her whole crew is just brutal, too.
Yeah, so it's pretty sweet. Oh, we have a visitor.
Oh, are you guys sorry?
Come on in, man. Join the conversation.
What's up, guys?
What's going on, Ray?
What's up, dude?
What's new?
Not much. Knutson's got some shit for the bachelor party.
Come on.
So we're ready to do it big.
Doing it big.
So what's on the show tonight, guys?
Top 10 Tarantino scenes or chapters, because a lot of his films actually have they're just chapters and stuff.
Yeah.
So our first one, I had the Kill Bill anime scene, The Origin of O-Ren, at my number 5.
Okay.
So number 4 is probably higher on your clown's list. The table scene in Django, where the two main characters get found out that they're not trying to buy a Mandingo.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to get Django's wife back.
It was between that and one other scene that I really liked in Django, and I actually took the other one. So
All right.
it didn't even make my list.
That's 6 on mine, so we can talk.
All right, let's talk. You got it at 6.
It's a pivotal scene.
Damn right, dude. Well, I think first we could just clear the elephant out of the room. What happened to DiCaprio's hand in that scene is actually legit, and him wiping blood on Kerry Washington's face is all of his blood. And if you imagine how many women he's been through, you wonder why. You don't even have to wonder why she flips out. The fact that he's rubbing his blood all over her face.
Yeah, right.
That's just kind of a joke. But anyways, I mean, it's like, I was just kidding, but he really did wipe his blood after smashing his hand. But I mean, the whole dialogue, the tension that you get when, Steven or Samuel L. Jackson's character calls them out, and then
he pulls the skull out.
Yeah, then Calvin Candy's onto them, and it's really good. And I think it really turns the tables on our normally ahead of the curve kind of heroes with Django, and then Christoph Waltz's character Schultz.
Yeah,
that's probably my favorite scene in that whole movie.
I love how that guy can just be the same character but so different at the same time. Like, if you look at his mannerisms and shit, he's pretty much acts the same exact way as he does in Inglourious Basterds, but at the same time it's so they're black and white, the characters.
Well, I mean, one's good. I mean, well, I guess one's sort of good and one's bad, but I think the great thing about Django is that you have this sort of ideal that Django, who's a slave and is brought into this world of basically manhunting, and he really doesn't, Schultz doesn't have the sympathy for any of the people that he captures or kills.
Mm-hmm.
But then Django is always trying to figure that out, how can you just kill a man, just like that, especially in that scene with the field where he caps that guy. But I think there's a lot of a good flow between Schultz and Django, and then in that scene you have, like I said, you have them finally getting outsmarted, because it's usually them outsmarting everybody else.
Yeah, and then toss in DiCaprio and Jackson at top.
Which I think, dude, I loved his I didn't mind the Revenant performance, and I think his Oscar was long overdue.
Oh yeah.
But there are so many other roles I think that he could have won, not just that film, but The Aviator, or and I thought he was okay in The Departed, but I see him as just being DiCaprio, but this character, Calvin Candy, he had to sort of step out of the box, rotted teeth, kind of rotten personality, but puts on a front and has the accent and everything. But he was one of my favorite things about
everyone the one.
Yeah. So candy.
Yeah. So that was my 4. Where are we going?
You want to go, Joe?
Sure, I'll take it. My number 5 was Inglourious Basterds, chapter of Inglourious Basterds.
Oh, okay.
That one is in my honorable mentions.
Okay.
It's on one of... I wrote down just a bunch of scenes.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that is definitely pretty high up. Talk about it.
Oh, I thought you were going to actually...
No. I mean, high up in my honorable.
Well, the start of that, first off, with Aldo the Apache's speech is this legendary.
Yeah.
And then when they're scalping Tarantino, that scene, and they introduce the Bear Jew and Hugo Stiglitz and all of them
hitting the bat against the wall as he's walking
just
out slowly.
And that whole scene of where he's just standing in front of that, I don't know what the fuck his rank is, but he's just standing in front of that German soldier, and there's that kind of I don't know really what you would call. There's that like bugle. I think it's like a bugle or like a tap's being played. He's just like got it just against his skull, and then just from nowhere, crack.
Yeah.
Like the shock value I got from that was so good.
Well, yeah, it's good editing to get that tension in there, but like I like when he comes out, and then like taps the guy's star with like star medal with the bat. Did you get that for killing Jews?
Get that for killing Jews.
Bravery.
Yeah, right immediately after that, just crack. Like, I was not expecting that. Like, there were so many things in Inglourious Bastards that just took me...
Teddy fucking Williams knocks it out of the park!
It just took me, like, for a ride, because I wasn't expecting it to go that way, like, at all. And then, right after that, the other dude gets up and tries to run and just gets capped.
Yeah, well, damn it, Hirschberg. Hirschberg is
he's on Freaks
and Geeks.
Geeks.
He's in Freaks and Geeks, dude. Yeah, he's bomb.
Yeah, no, just that whole introduction, and then like the little bits of character development you get with like Stiglitz's I don't know, backflash, I guess it is.
Oh yeah, his backstory, with Samuel L. Jackson narrating.
Mm-hmm.
Da,
Yeah, and then when they come and save him in that jail, it just like pretty much shows you how rough and tumble these dudes are, and they're just in it to win it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna go too far into it because I think Inglourious Bastards is probably gonna be a few scenes that we talk about. So, but yeah, dude, that scene is great. Like even just when he's in that dark ass tunnel, just knocking the bat against the wall.
Yeah.
Like, I'd be shitting my pants too.
Yeah. And their reputation is just so good that they already know what's going to happen to them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
These guys are just having fun.
Das
killing these Nazis,
Baden-Juden.
basically.
You know how he has like names written all over his bat?
Yeah.
I read in a comic, I think it's like German names. It's like people he's not going, he will like refuses to crack over the head and like kill him that brutally, because in this little comic I was reading, he's in like this German American lady's like apartment in New York, and he asks her if there's anybody in the old country she cares about, and then he tells her to put their name on his bat.
Oh, well, yeah, it could be.
Otherwise, it's probably just his confirmed kill.
Yeah.
It's like scraping the tally marks into your gun.
Notching the hilt, dude, yeah.
Sweet.
Well, that was my number 5. Number 4 is the Bonnie situation.
Higher.
That's higher for me as well.
Okay.
What's your 6?
Number 6, then, is the opening scene from Django Unchained with the Speck brothers.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
God, just the way... I'm sorry, go ahead. It's your scene.
Well, like, the way that opens, the long walk and the rolling credits and shit, and then here comes Schultz on his little... The dialogue in that part alone just, like, won my heart to make it onto my list.
Yeah.
And I loved, like I said, to see, I always forget his name, the guy who plays Schultz.
Well,
actor's name?
Christoph Waltz.
Yeah, I love to see him back from Inglourious Bastards, because he did such an amazing job. But then the fact that they have him just being like this cordial and like badass, yet he's like super like mannered and all that. And then like, I don't know, there's just like the little things in that scene just really tie it all together for me. Like, rolls up and he's when he's like looking at Django at the lantern, and then he just gives the other slave his gun to hold on to, and like how he just after he like caps their horse, and then he just goes up to the other brother and like pays him and shit like that. Like,
I believe you have a specimen I'm keen to acquire.
Yeah, just that dialogue, and like, yeah, like I said, like all those small kind of seem insignificant, but at the same time they're just amazing.
Well, it sets the tone, for the beginning.
It does a really good job.
I mean, Django's
just
pretty
kind of
long.
like a weird nerdy almost kind of type of guy, but he's still
Except
just
he's
badass.
just a badass, yeah.
Well, he's always in character,
German Walter White
Yeah.
from back in the day.
Yeah, dude, he's always in character. He's always on point. Yeah, it's a good scene. See what else?
Number 5, I got
Big Nasty.
Kill Bill Volume 2, the scene L and I.
Alright.
And I don't know, that's just the fight you wanted to see, all of Kill Bill, obviously, besides her getting Bill at the end, but I don't know, the build-up, her going to Bud's, that's his name's trailer, right, to pick up that sword. She's got the black mamba snake in there, and she just tries to frame it on the bride, Beatrice, basically.
Yeah.
And then as soon as she leaves, thinks everything's good, boot right to the face, and it's on from there. I mean,
Yeah,
that's just a badass scene, and I really like Kill Bill.
Yeah, that fight in that like such a confined space is just it's pretty sweet, man. Like, you know, I always remember when she's trying to get the sword out, but like the hallway is too narrow, so she can't. And it's like it just goes so quick. Meanwhile, like it's just such great filmmaking that you're still thinking about like that Mamba that's running around that fucking that freaking trailer. It's like, dude,
I think they show a little bit of it while they're fighting.
You
don't
see,
they?
yeah,
like
you
hisses
see it.
and
yeah,
kind of at
well,
him.
yeah, at the end I think you get a good shot of it.
You figure out what happened to Pai Mei.
Yeah, poisoned fish heads.
Dude, when
The score.
she goes and looks and she's just waiting for her down the alley with the sword. Down, 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 down.
The score, yeah. That
is-
adds so much to it, I think.
That
Yeah.
made that so much more badass. And then the eye snatch itself was just like disgustingly like awesome.
Well, just like,
Steps on it.
but like her,
Steps on
With
it.
bare feet.
yeah, dude, like just the way that which snake was the other one, the one-eyed one?
She was like
I can't remember. I know her name is Ellie Driver, but like,
no, Sidewinder was Bud. It's not Copperhead either. That was Vanita Green. I don't remember. Hers is something really weird. Like it's not like I wouldn't even recognize it as a snake.
oh, okay. Well, either way, like Ellie Driver's character, like even when she gets her second eye snatched out, like I don't think it's so much that. I mean, obviously she's pissed that she got her other eye plucked out, but like just because she's been defeated again, dude.
Yeah.
You know, she's just squawking and like.
You
Furious
bitch,
anger.
this,
Yeah,
and
dude,
all
like-
this and that. And...
But yeah, dude, she just got karma just bit her, man.
Thought she had $1 million and a nice new sword.
Question: is it true that he's coming out with a third?
I think it's just called The Bride or something.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know what it's.
I've heard speculation
I heard it's
for
going-
a long time.
I heard one plot might have been the girl, Copperhead's girl that, you know, remember when she walks in from school?
The French.
She's
bitch.
gonna come after the bride.
That's cool.
Oh yeah,
So
no,
she's
wait,
gonna
no. Yeah,
she's
no,
gonna
no,
seek
she's
revenge
not- oh, yeah.
on Uma Thurman's character.
At the same time, though, Elle's not dead, and did Bill kill the French girl who gets her arm sliced off in the first one?
Oh,
Sophie.
she was just
Overland
she
took
was
his
just a
fuck.
pawn. It's like she wasn't anything dangerous though. Was she? Was
She
a
was
servant.
there in the church.
I know,
remember
but she was like a
but
servant or whatever.
pretty
She
much.
was.
I mean, she wasn't like an assassin.
But I mean, if Uma Thurman, if she let her go, if Beatrix Kiddo let her go after slicing her arm off, remember
That's
she
true.
let her, but she couldn't take her arm with
She
her.
gave her a bunch of info too.
Well, who knows? Maybe she will. I don't know.
Yeah.
Huh.
Master storytellers like that, they don't leave anything out. So.
Number 4, I got the ending to The Hateful Eight, the Black Man, White Hell.
Mm.
It's on my list, but it's at 9, so you're good.
I don't know, just to me, I really like the ending to that movie, because even though everyone ends up dying, it's almost a victory for Samuel L. Jackson, because
Yeah.
the chick died and the white dude was finally like on his side.
Well, yeah. Well, then honestly, too, it's like Chris Mannix. You know.
I was cheering for Samuel L. Jackson the whole time.
Yeah. See,
so-
like my old roommate Twan, he looks exactly like Walton
He fucking
Goggins,
does,
dude. Like
dude.
spitting image of old Goggs, and so I was just rooting for him pretty hard throughout the movie, and he was good, dude. Like
Yeah,
I
he
thought,
was really good.
I thought Goggins should have been nominated for some sort of Oscar.
My theory: the ugly one did it. That's you, Joe Gabe.
Yeah. With Samuel L. Jackson in the background, just just loving it, dude.
I don't think you got no hitman waiting out in the woods. It just starts keeping.
Yeah, dude. That's fucking. It's great.
Now, hold on now.
Yeah, that's great though. Like, and then the best part is like Chris Mannix finally, even though he's dying at the end, like finally gets the respect he thinks he deserves, Like,
Yeah.
finally it comes down to his opinion and his matter,
Yeah.
which is great.
I'm the sheriff in this town.
But even Daisy Domergue's character is she's just great, too.
Mm-hmm.
No, like, all those teeth knocked out and
Yeah.
shit.
I love that he brought
Gets
back
thrown
Russell,
up
too.
on.
Yeah.
Gets thrown up on. Ooh.
Beef stew in the face and shit, too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, dude, that scene is great, dude. That movie's gonna grow on me more and more. I love when I think about
I like that one.
I
right
have to
away.
watch it again. I don't think I've seen it more than twice.
I like it, and I just think it's one of those that's just growing on my mind. The scenery, dude. Those ultra wide, the snowy scenes and everything like
Those
that.
were awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
I don't know, the dude under the floor was kind of like a generic thing to me. I don't know.
Well, it was
I
cool
like that.
because that flashback scene almost made it on my list.
no, that did for me too. But I think I gotta fucking applaud Tatum for that.
Yeah, Channing
dude.
Tatum.
Like when I saw that name on the previews and shit, I was like, oh, god damn
They
it.
did a
pretty
good
much,
job
dude.
not giving him too much of a role.
Yeah, exactly. Like I was like, dude. First off, it's Channing Tatum. Obviously, no guy really likes that dude. Number one.
He's grown on me quite a bit.
Number two, like I was just like, dude, like, how is like this guy gonna fit in a Tarantino story? And
That's
it
the number one thing
ends
that
up,
I-
he
yeah.
fits like a fucking round peg, dude. He did a good job. He pretty much went with the less is more technique, and it worked extremely well.
I enjoyed him in Hail Caesar. I think I'm persuaded, dude. Foxcatcher, Hail Caesar. I enjoyed him in Hateful Eight. Like, the list goes on for me with that guy, man. Like, I can sit there and watch
I
him.
haven't seen Hail Caesar.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he is in a lot of shit for sure.
So yeah, dude. Is that all you have to say about that scene?
I think so.
Sweet.
I don't know. Yeah, I haven't seen it too many times. I know I watched it twice. I really liked that movie, and the ending just kind of tied it all together for me.
Yeah. Number 3 for me. Bastards Bar in the Basement scene. Operation Kino.
I have mine higher.
It's like 7th or 8th on my list.
Alright, so I'll switch it out with, I'm going to go to one of I think it's a film that I go back to the least with Tarantino movies, but I still really enjoy for some reason. I don't have to watch it much, but it's Reservoir Dogs and the tipping scene about why Steve Buscemi or Mr. Pink doesn't like the tip.
Oh, yeah, the very beginning. I have it. I just put it as the diner scene because I like Tarantino's little spiel in that too.
Like a virgin.
Yeah, the Madonna thing.
Yeah, the Madonna like a virgin. But yeah, that tipping scene, like he starts rubbing his fingers together.
Mm-hmm.
You know what this is? This is the world's smallest violin.
It's playing for all the waitresses.
It's great. Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't seen that one in like over a year, so I kind of steered clear of Reservoir Dogs.
And I just think it's a perfect example of Tarantino being able to write about just random shit that's on his mind and getting just a mass amount of people to just buy into it and buy into it pretty easily because like I said, that scene stands up. Obviously the Mexican standoff scene is awesome. I like that one. And then the Steelers wheel playing while Mr. Blonde is cutting off that dude's ear and shit. Like, that one's on there, too. But I feel like when it goes back to it, like, yeah, Buscemi's part in there and, like, Tarantino playing, one of his better acting jobs. As he gets more into acting, like, he gets worse, which is weird.
What I like...
He tries too hard,
Like, I really like when he plays a character for just, like, one chapter or so of his movies because he wrote it, so he knows exactly how he wants to say it, and, like...
Or, like, Django, maybe, where his role is just kind of insignificant.
Yeah, well...
Not really insignificant.
Well, I think, I hated that part in Django because he had the worst, like, Australian accent ever. But I will say this, I think they had a guy coming in, and he had to back out last minute, so Tarantino had to do it, or decided, well, here's my chance. But either way, like, it's just a throwaway scene at the end. Like, I'm not totally against it, but, like, Planet Terror,
Right.
I didn't really think he was that good. And, like, Four Rooms, It's like,
dude, I liked him in Farm.
He's funny. I like the room.
yeah, but like,
before
just it's so awkward watching him like try to act alongside like Bruce Willis. You know, it's just it's weird. Like when we get to the Bonnie situation, like that is his most natural, best acting ever.
I thought that was his best, but when he
actually no, strike that. I think he did. Oh, I thought I liked him in From Dusk Till Dawn too.
Yeah, he was good in Dusk Till Dawn.
When he's able to play.
He played a weirdo in From Dusk Till Dawn, and he is a weirdo though.
Yeah,
so
I think he did great in that.
When he's able to play one of his characters with like an actual significant amount of dialogue, I think he does well just because he wrote it usually, so he knows exactly how he wants to say it and how it wants to like come across.
Well, how does that differ from any of the other movies that he's in? He knows what he's doing in
because it's not
fucking
him
Django
doing it. It's not him saying the lines. Actors always add a little something of themselves to the scene, but with Tarantino, it's all him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I just don't get how you explain then the bad roles that he's in.
Because he just goes too hard.
Okay, so we just overreact. All right. Yeah, so that was my 6. That made it that tipping scene. Yeah, like you said, the diner scene.
Mm-hmm.
So my number 2 then is the Bonnie situation.
Okay, yeah, that was my 4. So
I have that at 3.
All right,
so we're good.
Sweet. Let's talk about it. Bonnie comes home in an hour and a half.
Okay, well, Jimmy did
Graveyard shift at the hospital. You gotta get on the phone, call some people.
You're sending the wolf shit. All you had to say was you were sending the wolf.
Yeah, okay, the dialogue, once again, superb for that scene. And then you
expecting some Taster's Choice.
You just have fucking powerhouses. You got Harvey, what is it? Is it Keitel or Keitel? Keitel. And then you got Jackson. And then you got Travolta. And then you got Tarantino.
Yeah, well, Tarantino fits in so, like, he actually holds his own. Like, he just looks so pissed off.
I thought Jimmy was easily his best character, even, like, anything.
Yeah.
Not for his wole world. Just
your
like
Uncle Conrad and Aunt Ginny. Yeah. I'm sure they would furnish you with a whole bedroom set if they were here. Which your Uncle Warcelis is willing to do.
I'm an oak man myself.
You like oak?
What about you? Oak's nice.
Oak's nice. Jimmy, I thought I smelled some coffee in there. Can I get it? Oh, how do you take it? Lots of cream, lots of sugar. That's great.
It looks like a pretty domesticated house. I'm guessing you got bedspreads, quilts,
I know how
comforters.
good my coffee is. Okay?
Yeah,
well, 100%.
I'm the one who buys the shit. When Bonnie goes out, I'm the one who buys it. When Bonnie goes out, she buys shit.
Me? Buy the expensive gourmet stuff because I like to taste my coffee.
But it ain't the coffee in my cup. It's well, I mean, you could your imagination is spread from there. I don't think I'd be dropping N-bombs on this podcast with all this stuff that's going on in our world.
You guys look perfect. You look like, what do I look like, Jimmy?
Dorks. Couple of dorks.
You look like a couple of dorks.
Would you rock that UC Santa Cruz banana slugs tee?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too, dude. I'd probably rock that thing.
I'd wear it.
Well, I'm sure you both been to county. Here it comes.
And like, the whole thing with the miracle.
You could say please.
Oh yeah, and
please would be nice.
Like Jewel, like that was a huge turn that I saw it when I was still fairly young, so I didn't understand like 100% everything that was happening during this movie. But I mean,
you gotta have
I've since gone back and watched it.
I drive fucking
times.
fast, so you better keep up.
Get one thing straight, mister. I'm not here to say please. It's so good, man. And then when they're washing their hands, you washed me, wash them. I wash you, get them wet. I was washing
Is
them.
the diner a separate scene from that, Ben?
No, it's still in the Bonnie situation.
Yeah.
Because I really liked, the end at the diner, too.
If I get my car back,
I put that on there because I'm counting those two together.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
It's the one that says bad motherfucker. Like he's just supposed to know which
Shoots
wallet.
fucking Marvin in the face in the car.
Gotta have an opinion.
Tell that bitch be cool. Say bitch be cool.
But he won't even say it, man. That's a true lover, man. Won't even call his wife.
What does Fonzie do? Stays cool.
Yeah. I was sitting here drinking my coffee, eating my muffin.
Yeah, dude, I love
You
that.
gotta kill this bitch right now, Jules.
I like when they're in the car with Marvin riding and he's trying to like talk him out of the like believing it was a miracle. Well, man, I saw this episode of Cops, man. It was him and this guy in the hallway. He just unloaded on this guy. It was just him and this guy.
It's so good. Yeah, Travolta's so bomb in that. Oh man, yeah, that whole
He
stuff though.
talks so naturally.
Just when they get to Jimmy's house, dude, and it just cuts to him just standing there.
Is that the scene where he talks about the guy that scratched his... No, that's
in
Yep.
Oh man,
Vincent
no,
Vega.
yeah, the Bonnie situations. It's dude, Pulp Fiction is probably it's in my top 10 of all time if I had to make a list and stick with a list.
Definitely.
And Pulp Fiction, dude, is by far I think my favorite Tarantino, dude. With lots of love going to Django's definitely rising up. And I love Inglourious Bastards. You know, like most of his stuff is great, but yeah, dude, the Bonnie
Pulp
situation.
Fiction is on another level.
Yeah, dude, it is. It's just so good. All right, what do you guys have?
3 goes to me, right?
Yeah.
Or no?
At 3.
3? 3 I have Revenge of the Giant Face.
All right.
Inglourious
I have
Basterds.
that higher.
It's good, dude.
Higher.
All right, replace
So I
7.
then have Showdown at the House of Blue Tea Leaves and Kill Bill 1.
All right.
Well, we with that, we finally get her what's been building for the whole movie, the showdown with O-Ren, but before that,
Yeah.
she fights a goddamn whole restaurant full of crazy fucking Japanese dudes.
Yeah.
That dude just runs in.
There's always like the same looking bald guy, but it's just like 4 different guys that look exactly the same.
The Hanzo steel is just so much better than everybody else's
just
sword.
slicing swords. There's that one point where she's like breakdancing with 2 swords, just cutting their feet off and shit.
Well, I love the way, like, because...
I love how they exaggerate, like, the blood spray, too.
Yeah.
Maybe not even exaggerate, but...
And at the same time, to go with that, the black and white.
Yeah, the black and white, dude, to give it a different tone, but also then, like, even when they're doing just, like, just silhouettes, too.
Yeah.
You know, that part's sweet, and,
She
you know,
kills
just
the chick
mixing
with
it up,
the
dude.
broken
It's like...
board.
Oh,
Yeah.
go-go, dude. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
go-go.
like the little talk they had before they actually get into it.
Silly white girl wants to play with samurai swords or something like that.
That was O-Ren.
Yeah.
Let's see what else we got going on in there.
Well, there's a lot of blood, a lot
Yeah,
of
a lot of
limbs.
blood. You
pretty
think
much
it's over with, and then 88 of those guys just roll up.
Yeah, pretty much the action you've been craving for.
It's funny when
It's
everyone
there.
gets the fuck out of there after she slices that chick's arm off.
They
Yeah.
all just book up.
Charlie
like,
Brown.
after she first when she has Sophie like hostage and says her name and like they all come out of that little private room, that like song that's playing as she like just steps out from behind her and just cuts her arm off.
Yeah.
Ends, everybody just erupts and screams and runs.
Yeah, dude.
I thought it was really well done.
He does pick his music very well.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it must have taken a fucking long time to get that many people to choreography the whole
The
fucking thing.
choreographed and everything.
Yeah.
Is that all you
I
have to say?
Yeah, pretty much, dude. I don't know. You're gonna have to edit some of this shit out. These long pauses. Here.
Kid, I'm not. I don't edit the top 10. Damn it! I
don't.
I never edit none of our top
If
10.
there's
Gonna have
a
to
small
now.
little
Ray
pause.
came in and shit.
No, I'm just gonna leave it, dude. It's all
doesn't matter.
natural, man.
A couple
long.
of small.
No, it's not.
A
Dude,
couple
we're
of
at 30
small
minutes.
pauses doesn't even matter, Joe.
No.
It's fine. You just leave it.
And now we have all this in there.
But that's what makes it real, dude. The side chatter is what makes it so real, you know?
well,
Gives it personality,
That's
bud.
all I had for Showdown at the Home.
Alright.
Blue Tea Leaves.
So number 3,
Yeah.
Bonnie situation we just talked about. Number 2 is.
Oh wait, that was my replacement for my number 3.
Oh yeah, okay.
So I'm
yep.
still on number 2. That is the opening scene, like the first diner, and then when they're in the car and they go to the apartment of Pulp Fiction. When they're having the talk about the hash bars and
yeah.
the foot massages and
You
shit.
get a beer at McDonald's. I They dip their fries in mayo. They drown it in that shit.
I see them do it. They fucking drown him in that shit. Ugh.
Yeah, just that dialogue once again just gets me. I fucking love the dialogue and all
I'm going.
Tarantino
That's all there is
movies,
to it. I'm fucking going.
but especially Pulp Fiction. Like it's just so authentic and like
Just
real.
a couple of guys chilling before
Yeah.
they go to do their
It's-
dirty work.
It's just so fucking real. And then the whole Tony Rocky horror and
Yeah.
foot massage like discussion they have before they're just about to go deal with like become cold blooded and just go deal with business.
But
And
even
it's like,
but even before that, when they're talking about like, remember they talking about like the show. You are aware. I don't watch TV, but you are aware that there is fit.
television. And
Yeah.
on this, they show shows, right?
Yeah.
Ah, cheeseburgers, the cornerstone of any nutritious breakfast.
Hamburgers. What kind? Cheeseburger.
Now that's a tasty beverage.
Yeah. Mind if I have some of this tasty beverage washed down?
And I like how when they come back to that like specific scene, they're not showing what you already saw. Really, they're showing kind of like that Jerry Seinfeld looking fucker in the bathroom with the hand can.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And, like,
And there's differences between the
Yeah,
two scenes.
there's
That's
obviously-
Alexis. That's Alexis, our cat, dude. It's,
Really?
Yeah, he's now a girl, I think.
oh, different like
Oh,
shots.
that's
of-
George from the Wedding
Yeah,
Singer.
okay. But yeah, no, there's that, and then like when they
Talking about all the pauses and stuff, just
Yeah.
bitching a minute ago. Look
That's
what you're
I'm
doing
s-
now.
Yeah, I'm saying that's what I'm saying. You have
What's
to
in the
edit that shit
briefcase,
out.
dude? What do you guys think's in the briefcase? His soul,
It's
gold.
no, dude. It's just a bunch of gold, dude.
Gold and a bunch
Holy
of heroin
Grail.
or something, maybe.
It's
I don't
probably
know.
just straight fucking Fort Knox dollar backing gold, dude.
Could be.
Those dudes that like the Brett and all those dudes
Yeah.
kind of seem like
in the diner at the end.
somewhat like straight cut to be dealing with like lowlifes like Marcellus Wallace and Vince Vega. Like
I don't
they
know.
must have had like some kind of Ponzi scheme or some shit going on, and then they just fucked them
and the
over.
guy at the diner, oh, is that what I think it is?
Yeah.
And then it's just like, well, what the fuck? Show us the briefcase.
It's dude. It's the Holy
Yeah.
Grail, man. That's what it is.
The Holy Grail?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That Jesus drank out of at the
I know
Last
what
Supper.
the Holy Grail is.
Well,
but
fuck, you're
that's
just
what
you're staring at me.
Because that's so fucking weird. How do you...
Well,
Wait,
he's
has this been confirmed, or are you just...
No,
guessing?
no
Nothing has been
speculating.
Oh, well, how do you figure?
It is what
Well,
you want it
it's
to be.
sparkly, yeah, dude. It's sparkly, man. Like it can't just be, dude. It's got to be something that these dudes have never seen or have heard about in some sort of tale or lore. So I'm saying if they lift that up and you get this shiny ass cup going at you, what's the first thing you're gonna think of when you open a briefcase with a freaking gold chalice in it? You're gonna think the Holy Grail.
Yeah.
See, I'm thinking...
And these guys, like you said, they're straight laced. You didn't think they'd be dealing with someone like Marcellus Wallace. Well, he's always over, in different countries and shit. He found it.
Yeah, but
Brought
that
it
just
back.
kind of, for me, reinforces that it's just like some kind
The
of like
666
government
to open
gold.
it up too, right?
Yeah. So like.
Oh,
they-
okay. Well, actually, now that you say that,
But
that
then
kind of has a little more
then
significance
even
now.
him saying like the Ezekiel 25:17, he's stating
Yeah.
a Bible verse and all of this, and then divine intervention, that they're coming
That's
down.
a good
because-
point,
because
because
they're
there's a
bringing
lot
the
of- yeah,
chalice.
there's a lot of-
Okay, I can get behind this now, I guess.
Thank
Yeah.
you, thank you, thank you.
Still, I'm of the belief it's probably more like gold than the Holy fucking Grail.
All right, it probably is, but whatever. It's cool. It's
I
a great
think it-
scene.
I
It's a
think
great
it's
scene.
like good.
Yeah, we
play
just
on
made
that.
good points too
Yeah.
with all the signs pointing to that.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's a good play towards that, but I don't know. I just
Alright.
don't know.
See what we got.
All right,
Three.
so my 3 was Bonnie's situation. We talked about.
Yeah, but did you replace? What was the one that you replaced when I said one of them was higher? Bonnie's situation you
The
replaced.
Revenge of the Giant Face.
But then,
was one
so
of
then
them.
you would have to replace with 3. Just replace one with 3.
replace one? Oh, so just bump one up.
Well, no, there's 2. Yeah, well, whatever 6 is for you. If you haven't talked about 6,
Operation Kino. Then would
Talked
move
about
up.
it.
we're
Yeah.
no,
No, I don't think we
we
did.
didn't talk about it because
We
you
didn't
you
talk
said it's
about
higher.
it.
Mine is higher.
So
though.
what's
We
7?
We won't talk about it.
7. Face to Face.
Okay.
All right.
Ending scene of Kill Bill 2.
Oh yeah. Oh, dude, yes.
So yeah, this moves up kind of from pretty low on my list because we already talked about a bunch of stuff. But yeah, I mean, this is a great one to talk about. Obviously, it's what both movies are building towards the whole time. And you get to see a lot of cool stuff. You finally get to see her daughter. Which,
Yeah.
That was great. They kind of put aside the beef for a second to just let the bride be normal, which was cool.
Yeah, I really liked that too. I thought that was like surreal, but it fit really well.
Well, I mean,
then the two speeches that Bill gives, I really like.
about Superman?
The Superman one.
Yeah,
and
that
then
one's badass.
The dead fish too.
Yeah, yeah, man. Like, what kid hasn't taken out a goldfish and chucked it across the room? You know,
Yeah,
just to see
right.
it flop there.
That's just human nature.
Right.
Yeah, but then obviously they're about to fight, and she gets shot with that true serum, and you see that she was about to get assassinated at her hotel. Well, maybe not, because she could have maybe shot that chick in the head, but
Yeah.
immediately after she found out she was pregnant,
Congratulations.
just kind of
She just runs
walked
off.
away from it. And then the very, very end where he misses with the sword, it just goes right into the case, and then
Yeah.
the little death punch or whatever that
Yeah,
she
like
learned from
five
Five-finger
man.
death punch.
No, dude, it's 5-finger exploding palm.
Yeah.
No, the 5-point.
Exploding palm.
Yeah.
Whatever, yeah.
Whatever, Pai Mei, dude, he's still living, man.
I got a question. Were either of you thinking about putting the cruel tutelage of Pai Mei on your list at all? Because I'm currently kicking myself in the ass. For
I
not
liked
having
it,
that
dude.
somewhere.
Honorable mentions, it was on the list I had on my phone.
Yeah,
but
it's
not the list
definitely
I
on
wrote
my
down.
honorable mention
Yeah, dude,
list.
it's good, dude, because, like, I
I
can't tell you how many
loved it.
times I'm either, like, standing somewhere or thinking, like, if I get buried alive, dude, how I'm doing that, like,
The
knuckle up, and then extend your fingers and
That's
just
not
boom.
the real way to do
boom.
the 1-inch punch, though.
I don't care. I would do it, dude. Like, that's the way I know it, dude. I would extend.
Did you guys see the
extend my fingers
Mythbusters
and then-
where they did that?
Did it work?
They
Did it
said,
break?
well, I don't know if they got it to break, but they said even if you did break it, which I don't think they did, you definitely can't climb up 6 feet through all that dirt.
Yeah, dude.
Well, she clawed her way through.
Oh, yeah.
She did, but
She's the only one of us that could.
yeah.
Well, so what you're saying, if someone buries you alive, it's the easiest way to kill someone. Best way.
Probably, because you either run out of air down below or somehow you break through, instantly you just get asphyxiated by the pressure from all the dirt that's just going to crush your rib cage as soon as you get out.
Well, I was thinking, like, maybe somehow you just take that broken piece of wood and just put, like, try to dig while you hits over your face.
This isn't like a bed, though.
It's
This is like, you have probably this much of space between you and
I know, but
every
She had
side.
enough room to just put her arm up barely and just
Yeah, but it's
punch
like
a
you
bunch
said,
of
once
times.
you bust a hole, and even a slight hole, just dirt's only gonna pour through, and you're just fucked.
Yeah, but what if you did it like this, though?
You're
Like-
already panicking in a box.
No,
under
I know.
6 feet
But
of
say you're
dirt.
calm, okay? So
Then the dirt starts coming in, you're gonna start freaking out a lot
yeah, but
more.
it starts pouring in, but then you start, like, shoveling it towards the end of the casket.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you still have to break open a big enough hole to get yourself out.
No, I know.
While dirt's pouring in.
No, I know, but if you did it at a different, I don't know. If
It's not gonna
Mythbusters
work.
busted it, it's over.
It's not gonna work.
All right, no, good choice though. What do you have at 2?
Vincent Vega and Marcellus
All
Wallace's
right.
wife.
I was
All
hoping
right.
somebody put it on
Dude,
there.
yes, because that is. I definitely wrote it down.
Yeah, man,
Yeah,
I don't really know where to
It ended
begin.
up
You
getting
can
pulled off.
start at when he's at his dealer's house, basically,
Dude.
because obviously that's the culmination. It's foreshadowing.
Yeah.
But
I fucking love that.
they shoot
scene.
up together, and he's just talking about how the guy scratched.
Mind if I
his
shoot
nail
up
and-
here? Mi casa su casa.
And he's explaining
Muchas
the dope
gracias.
too, dude.
Yeah.
Who's that?
That's
the
a
one with
fucking
all the
madman.
fucked up shit on her face? No, that's my wife.
That's Jody. That's my wife.
Sorry.
I'm sorry, man. Now,
Dude, like, all
is he
you can do-
apologizing for saying her bitch has a bunch of shit in her face, or is he apologizing for him because he's married to her?
Yeah, right.
Well, like, I think he's sorry that, like,
No,
he offended
yeah, I
the
was
woman,
just-
but Lance, the goddamn phone's ringing. I hear it.
Yeah, he's just eating fruit brute at like
Yeah,
3
dude.
in the morning.
Man, that dude, but
Do not bring some fucked up poop out of my house.
But even going back to the
When I
beginning,
bring the ODing bitch to your house, I'll stick her with the needle.
you gotta bring it down in a stabbing motion. Oh, I gotta stab her 3 times? No, you don't gotta fucking stab her 3 times. You gotta stab her once. But it's gotta be hard enough to go through. She's got breastplates.
What I need is a big fat black magic marker. You got it? What? A felt pen! A fucking black magic marker!
Fuck you. Fuck you too.
What is he looking for? I don't know, some book. What are you looking for?
What are you looking for?
And then,
A little black medical book. What? What are you looking for?
a fucking $4 shake. I need to taste it. or something.
Yeah, $5
$5
milkshake. What does he say, Joe?
I don't know if it's worth $5, but it's pretty fucking good.
Pretty fucking good.
Dude, I gotta point something out to you guys. I never realized it before. Maybe it's just me being an idiot. Never realized that he walked in there just fucked out of his mind.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I never realized that.
She draws the square.
Well, yeah, but when
And
he,
then
I thought that
stays-
was just like a little like joke or something. But like when he walks in, he's like sees Marilyn Monroe and he's just like pointing and he's like all like
Yeah,
he's
it's a
just
wax
got real-
museum with a pulse,
Yeah,
dude.
he's got like a really weird like fucking expression on his
But-
face, and then he's just like getting all into the little cars going around. Walks right past her when they're
Yeah.
gonna get seated in that car.
Yeah, dude,
Just
I'll tell
that
you-
he's debating whether or not he wants to bang her, and then she's just like dead.
Yeah.
Go home, jack off. That's all you're gonna do.
Say goodnight. Thank you for whatever. Get it.
And she explains the beef between Marcellus Wallace and that dude that he threw through that
Oh yeah.
garden or
When you
whatever.
little scamps get together, you're worse than a
Tony
sewing
Rocky
circle.
Horror.
You know him.
Tell me about Antoine or whatever.
Antoine Rocky.
Antoine who? Tony Rocky Horror. You know him.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that whole place is that Jackrabbit Slims is sweet, but like even when they go
The iconic dance scene.
well,
too.
because they talk about Mia Wallace so much throughout the movie, and then even when you're about to meet her, they're still teasing you with like the cameras and the intercom,
Yeah.
and then that song that's playing, "Son of a Preacher Man." It's so cool. And then obviously when they get back, and then she starts dancing to that other song, which is pretty sweet. Yeah, dude. And she just takes.
Here's
one
the
too
real
many.
question. You think she was trying to bang Vincent?
See, I don't know.
I
'Cause
think
she could be.
so.
Well, she's a tease, man. Like, I just don't know. And I
She
think
was
it's
doing that
I
whole
think
thing
the
with
song
this-
selection is her like trying to imply that she wants to have sex.
She
with
was
him.
doing that whole like straw thing in the diner
Yeah.
too, like.
asking for him to roll her a cigarette and stuff.
Uh-huh.
too.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, the dance. Yeah, I mean,
They were dancing coming into the house too.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that scene's awesome, but yeah, dude, all that stuff back at Lance's house.
Yeah.
Are you calling from a cellular phone? I don't know you. Prank caller,
Prank caller, prank caller.
Just all of a sudden he smashes. What the hell was that?
He's driving.
Yeah.
Him driving is so funny. Just every
Do
time.
you
he takes
know
her-
who Marcellus Wallace is?
Limp
Yeah, I
bodies
know.
just flying around.
Well, if she dies, I'm the only fucking grease spot, man.
Oh, we didn't even talk about this earlier, but does he look like a bitch?
Oh, yeah.
No, dude, when he's explaining the dope to him in the bags and shit.
Oh yeah.
This is from, he like says where it's all from and shit.
Equally as good.
Equally as good. This is fucking madman.
I take
200 extra. When you shoot it, you will know where that extra money went.
friends price. Whenever he tells him it's
That's friend's price. But, if it's as good as you say, I'll come back and buy another gram. I just hope I got some left for you. But I'm giving you some of my own personal stash.
Yeah.
That is what a nice guy I am.
You wanna sit? You wanna hang out? Get high?
Get high. Trudy doesn't have a boyfriend.
Is that the one with all the fucking shit on her face?
That
That's a
I
great
can't even
scene.
tell you. Like even just that chick that's just loving it. When she's about to.
was
Yeah.
fucking trippy. Let me I will tell you this from experience. It is a trippy scene, dude. It's fucked. It is awesome, too.
Yeah, it's great. Let's move on to ones. That was your two.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right, let's go number one, and I'm gonna start with, Once Upon a Time in Nazi-occupied France.
God damn. See, it's another one that I really, really wanted to put on, but I just had so many to debate about.
I'll tell you what, dude. Up there, you hear about best opening sequences in a movie, and you think about what ones could be good. You have like Scream is iconic. You have obviously not technically opening scene, but like intro to a film.
Yeah.
Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah.
But like to
Private
me,
Ryan, for
this
sure, that's what I was gonna say.
this takes a cake. I'll pop this in every now and then just to watch the opening scene. And the reason why I don't like Inglourious Bastards as much is because I think it goes on a downhill, like a slope down. The slope is huge, man. We're talking Everest here, and it goes down. But like that opening scene, the way we're introduced to Christoph Waltz, who we've never seen before. We haven't.
Yeah.
And then
I
you
thought
get
that was great.
you get that
I
guy.
didn't even know that Jew Hunter dude was the same guy as the dentist.
Yeah.
Until now.
Yeah, and then you have his speech about the squirrel and the rat and stuff like that, and the hawk and everything. Yeah, Monsieur Lapotit. Yeah, it's just the way they transition languages and how smart he is, and you're thinking like, dude, there's no way. Like, we don't even know anything about this Lapotit guy. And then, hey, mind if I have another glass of your delicious milk?
His pipe, dude.
Yeah.
Just,
Yeah, and then like I said, like you said, they throw in a little bit of comedy there too. That he's in control of that entire sequence. Like, he's got the bigger cojones, he's got the huge ass
pipe.
But just the way they're so cordial to each other too adds so much to the scene. And then obviously Shoshana getting away. Au revoir, Shoshana.
Shoshana might be, in my opinion, the best looking chick across all the Tarantino movies.
I forgot to put Melanie Laurent on. We just did I think underrated actors, which is up, not our top 10 underrated actors. Go see it go check it out if you haven't listened to it yet. I forgot to put her on there. I think she's a splendid actress who we haven't seen much of, but like she's been an Enemy with Gyllenhaal, and then this film. I think she's in a few more that I don't know yet, but definitely an underrated actress. But that whole scene, you can sit here and talk, 30 minutes about just this opening sequence about how, you have the different
hiding
beats.
the Jewish family.
Yeah, you have the dramatic
both
beats.
those guys probably just hate each other, yet they're just having a typical conversation at the table almost.
Dude, I love how he just, towards the end, just straight up addresses it. You are harboring enemies of the state, aren't you? And he's like,
his face gets
his
face just gets like, you've been in that situation where your parents know you fucked up, but they aren't gonna tell you right away. Th're just gonna play with you a little bit to get so how was your night? Oh, it was great. Were you you claim you were at a different friend's house, but really you were out doing something.
Then they bring it up, and you just get stonewalled, dude.
Yeah, you think like, oh man, I'm done. I'm straight. I just gotta get through this conversation. I got through everything, but La Petite, man, he couldn't do it. Breaks down.
And then they're underneath your floorboards, aren't they?
Yeah, just knows right where it is. So, that's my number one.
Jew Hunter.
That was good. Yeah, like I said, there's so many scenes that I didn't get to put on that I'm kicking myself in the ass for. Not many are above that one.
What do you have at 1?
At 1, I have Operation Kino.
All right, let's talk about it. Finally, let's do it.
Finally, dude. Well,
you don't want to get in a gunfight in a basement.
Yeah. Well, arguably the best chapter from the movie. I am pretty big fan of Operation Kino. Just again, the dialogue is just priceless. But then I like the fact that they have somebody who's not a bastard involved, because I feel like it kind of ties in the rest of like the Allies kind of good, because I mean you wouldn't really see any Russians at that part.
Yeah.
But I was really
Mike Myers making an appearance.
Bridget von Hammersmark.
I was really glad to see somebody from like a different nationality of the Allies participate in like a mission like that. And then on top of that, you have Stiglitz, who I was, along with probably 90% of the people who were watching that movie, kind of creaming over him at first.
Yeah,
he's just a savage.
He is.
And then that whole like group of Germans that are just celebrating. Then when he like comes over to him and he's just drunk and you may have not worn out your welcome with the with the
Mrs.
Miss-
Von Hammersmark.
Miss Von Hammersmark with your drunken and boorish behavior. Yeah, and then like when that SS officer comes over, my favorite's when he's gonna leave them, but then he offers them that whiskey. Eric has a glass of the 33. He just like screams his name. And then of course the
1000 Jahren German, Deutsches Reich. Yeah, he just screams it.
the whole of course the classic Mexican standoff.
Yeah.
I've had a gun pointed at your crotch this whole time.
But within the standoff, you just have Stiglitz going ape on his skull with a knife, dude.
Yeah. Well, I always was like thinking, man, like even the SS officer says, like, no matter what happens here,
We're not leaving.
those two are definitely not, like, you know, the English officer and
just
the SS guy is like, they're not getting out of here. And then you have that entire sequence, which is kind of reminiscent of that Death Proof sequence when Russell Crowe.
Kurt Russell.
Yeah, Kurt Russell kills all those women, and it shows you each person's point of view when they get killed.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. Like
See, I was gonna put that too.
they do
He
it
just-
over and over.
Death Proof, he just goes out and hits him straight on.
Yeah, so like
You know how I said they were death proof? Only for the driver.
Yeah.
Just slams on the brakes.
yeah. So like I mean that scene is definitely awesome. Obviously with the German and like this basically all the stories they come up with and just in one little sequence.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you have that guy celebrating the birth of his kid, and then you have this, you know, the secret meeting going on. And you have the SS officer in the back, but then how they all collide is just it's brilliant writing.
I love the interaction
when
between
Aldo
Aldo
Rain
and,
comes in as
yeah,
well.
Yeah.
exactly. Between the last surviving, the father of the newborn son is the last surviving, well, the last alive in the basement except for Von Hammersmark, and
We were just drinking,
Him and
celebrating.
Aldo's talk that they have is pretty fucking good. They're the one coming in and shooting, it's not my fault! Alright, it's not your fault, Willie.
It is great, dude. Yeah,
You
Brad Pitt is
shoot
great.
at us. We toss a couple of grenades down there.
That's a
Boom.
Mexican stand-up, and that was not the deal.
Just drinking, celebrating.
And then I definitely wasn't expecting him to just capped, but I mean, I wasn't surprised.
Yeah. Well, yeah, dude, that whole sequence is awesome. Good
Yeah.
number one. Seawells, what do you got?
Revenge of the Giant Face.
Oh,
Yeah,
here we
okay.
go.
Number one's
Yes,
Inglourious
here we go.
Bastards.
With
Dude,
gasoline.
My whole top 5 was Inglourious Bastards and Pulp Fiction. I'm kind of disappointed
That David
in
Bowie
myself.
song in there,
Mhm.
Yeah.
just gearing up for it, is so freaking well placed, dude. It's so good. And then I've talked about it before on a different podcast. I
The
can't remember which one,
guys,
but like,
the guys pretending to be Italian is funny.
yeah.
They don't even talk. at
But
all.
like all the reds, dude, that really powerful like Nazi
It
colored
pops.
red, yeah, dude, it's great. And then you have like those overhead looks, kind of like that Hitchcock-esque kind of shots and styles going through.
that
the theater.
actor in
The
Shoshana.
tracking
Oh
like,
yeah,
She-
Frederick Zola.
Yeah, she shoots him a bunch of times and then he just shoots her.
Yeah.
Yeah, got her back,
Didn't
dude.
expect that one again, and I was actually surprised at that one. Because
Yeah.
I thought that guy was toast.
I thought Shoshana was gonna be the one that made it out alive, but
I wasn't
As we
look-
can see by that scene, no one makes it
Yeah.
out alive.
Yeah.
I wasn't too hopeful for
Excuse
her,
me,
but
excuse
I
me.
didn't think she would die at the hands of Zoller.
Antonio Margaretti.
They do
Yeah.
that like thing with their fingers.
Yeah. Margaretti.
What the go?
Dominic the Coco. He's
When he just
ready
geeks
for it.
at her for climbing a mountain.
Yeah.
He's just geeking, like, just falling into the, or well, he doesn't really fall into her. He, like, leans on him sort of. He's just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
He's, like, drying his eyes and then just, like, composes himself. I like the, like, it's kind of like a partial tracking
Gorlami.
shot that they
And then
have.
the whole time, you think it almost makes you think that the Jew hunter is gonna get away with it the whole time, but you just knew Aldo Rain wasn't gonna have any of that
Yeah.
shit the whole time. Once they get onto the
They call
Allied
me-
side,
They
right
call
away,
me the little man.
they're gonna yell at you or something like that after he shoots that guy. He's like, "Yeah, I've done much worse," and then he carves
Yeah.
that Nazi logo.
I'll
in
get
his head.
chewed out. I've been chewed out before.
Dude, I like when he has the bag over his
What
head.
you call bootlegging, but I just call a man trying to make an honest living.
I finally have you in my hands. And he like touches him and then he just headbutts him. Touch me again, Krautburger.
That's great, dude.
Yeah, I like
Ooh, that's a bingo.
back to the shots like that. I don't know. I guess it's like kind of like a partial tracking shot where they show him like surveying the whole room, and then he spots Von Hammersmark and he starts like making his way across and down the stairs. Sort of. It comes kind of like from the side to like the front.
Yeah, dude.
I
decent
really like
crane.
that shot. And
Breaks the cast off her foot.
yeah, when they're in that room and he's just tells her to reach into his pocket and just
Yeah. It's almost like you should have just heard
or
But yeah, dude, when those guys are going into the aisle, excuse me, that one guy
falls.
Excuse me.
no, yeah,
But then changing history, dude. They changed history.
That's what I was gonna say.
When they're capping Hitler at the end, it's like so satisfying.
Dude,
Yeah.
the shock
like so
value
much,
in
and they
that-
forget that they're strapped with some
exactly.
dynamite.
The shock value in that chapter alone was just like crazy. Like it's a Tarantino movie. You're expecting like something extraordinary like that to happen.
You knew
but
what was
dude,
going to happen. It was just nice to see it all.
Did
happen.
not.
Yeah.
The film strip changes. That's a good part. This is the face of the Jew that killed all of you.
Yeah.
Did not expect Hitler to get taken out. And then I like the classic fucking machine gun face that Donnie makes,
Yeah.
and he's just capping that bitch. And then they're just going ape shit on the whole
the
crowd.
crowd.
But before that, they make those like weird little punching devices that just has like a bullet in it.
Oh yeah, dude.
You
That's
got 3 seconds to make it to that god. Can you do it? I have to.
and then Hitler comes out, Kaugummi. That's gum in German.
He just Champagne, Kush, do 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 do. He just is booking ass around the corner.
I gotta.
It's so good.
Run through your honorable mentions quick.
Well, I really the scenes that I'm most
Gold
kicking
Watch.
myself in
Gold
the
Watch
ass
is
for.
good.
Yeah, the Gold Watch. I wanted on there. One of the ones you had mentioned, I think it was an opener for something. I can't remember right now, but Elle and I really wanted on there along with Pasadena, where she fights Copperhead and shit, and then says that thing to her daughter.
Mm-hmm.
I really wanted to get that, but couldn't.
The scene where he caps Chris Tucker and Jackie Brown.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I had Jackie Brown, the twist where she's they're going through with the FBI plan or whatever, or the CIA, the FBI plan, but they're really switching it up with Max Cherry and everything,
Yeah.
and the girl.
Yeah.
That part's pretty sweet. Dusk Till Dawn opening, dude. I think that's hilarious.
Yeah, I had the
Tarantino's room.
the
for
liquor
4
store
rooms.
actually
Yeah.
made my list, but it was down. So even when we're talking about
We
it,
had the Daisy Dime the Sicilian scene in True Romance with Dennis Hopper and Chris Walken.
I actually never seen True Romance.
Never seen it
Tarantino
either.
wrote it. Actually, it was I think it was.
A couple people have told me to watch that.
Yeah, so who that?
Dude.
It was a Tony Scott movie.
Hmm.
So Ridley Scott's brother. So he did that, but that's a great scene. And then I had the Death Proof chase scene in there, the last
Yeah.
one.
I had
with
the
the
ending
challenge.
of-
Where she's on the belt.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
belts.
that's hard. That's hardcore.
I had the Reservoir Dogs ending.
Yeah, I have
pretty
Reservoir
much,
Dogs
pretty
ending
much
too.
from where Fast Eddie like comes in, or if that's his name. I think it's his name.
I'm
Something
a
like-
cop.
The guy from Beethoven's second
Yeah.
act, Fast Eddie or whatever.
I'm
Pretty
a
much
cop.
from when he shows up. Yeah, and then last and least, it almost squeaked by onto there, but I just couldn't do it with like all the other highly significant scenes I left off. The scene in Sin City where he's driving with Jackie Boy's dead body in the car and he's like talking to him.
Oh yeah.
And he comes alive and is
Oh, when the chips
The
are out.
just fucking with him.
It's got you.
The last room in 4
smoking.
rooms. The last room in 4 rooms was honorable mention big time.
That made it number 10 on my list. Alright.
When you're drinking champagne, you're drinking champagne. When you're drinking Cristal, you're drinking Cristal.
I think it's great when
Reminds
to
me
bring you-
almost of Zilgus how much he's just like going ham about the Cristal.
You want some more champagne? No, I don't want no more champagne. I got champagne, spraying it all over the room.
I think it's great what he did with that with such a low budget.
All right, let's make this list.
This is a moment in time.
So our number one, I had the opening scene in Inglourious. You had...
I had Operation Kino.
And I had the ending scene in Inglourious Bastards.
What do you mean ending scene as number one?
Well...
Revenge of the Giant Face.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, you had Kino.
Yeah.
Well, let's see what we have. Neither of you guys had Once Upon a Time in Nazi-occupied France.
No, but that's a good one. I'm not
It is
gonna.
good.
But
Not gonna
yours
toss it
was
aside.
Operation Kino.
That was my
All
number
three of us
one.
had that on there, right?
Yep.
I think that has to be number one. Right? Cause,
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
And then 2 would be yours.
Revenge of the Giant Face.
Yeah.
Revenge of the Giant Face.
3, the Bonnie situation.
Well, my number one. Yeah, let's do that. Cause my number one is only my number one. So let's do the Bonnie situation.
Cause that made
And then
all
let's
our lists
go.
pretty high.
Yeah, Once Upon a Time.
And then after that, what do you think about Vincent Vega, Marcellus Wallace's wife? Did you guys have that or no?
I didn't.
I didn't. Oh no, I had an honorable mention.
Okay.
My 2 is gone. Kino's gone.
Did either
I
of
had
you have
table
the,
scene? I have table scene in Django left, and the origin of Oren.
That table scene in Django, I'm cool with that making it.
Did either of you do the
That's lower on my list, but I don't think
like
it should
the
be.
opening of Pulp Fiction, like when they first go in to their
Alright.
apartment and shit?
What is that called?
No, but I really like that
It
scene.
doesn't really
too.
have a name.
All right.
I just
So
called
opening of Pulp Fiction.
It, yeah, I just called it the opening. Pretty
Yeah,
much
that's
until they
fine.
get
I didn't
to,
have it on my list, but
Oh, you
I
didn't
really-
either? Then I
No.
can't just stick it on there. Did you have the table scene on your list?
Yeah, it's.
But it's down.
It's
what,
a 9.
What else do you have as far as your top 5?
It's 10, I think. Revenge of the Giant Face, Vincent Vega, Marcellus Wallace's wife, the Bonnie situation, Elle and Die, and then Black Men, White Hell.
I still have the tipping scene and table scene, Jago. So what are we going with here? We got to decide something.
We're
This
going
is-
full 10, right? Not just 5.
Yeah, this is number 5.
Number 5. It's really a toss-up, I'd say.
I mean,
Do
do
you
we
guys
have
have-
doubles of anything? So
Do you guys have Elle
The
and Die on
Bonnie's.
yours?
Well, we already got the Bonnie situation. Did anybody have?
you have Ellen and I, don't you?
What? Al and I know those.
Oh.
On my honorable mentions.
Okay. So what else?
Black Man, White Hell, Hateful Eight.
It was an honorable.
Didn't make it on.
Wait. Maybe not. No, it was my 9.
Yeah, you had that.
All right. Should we do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. So we're at 6 now. So what else? Keep naming.
There's still the opening of Pulp Fiction. Excuse me.
Pulp Fiction. Yeah, I'm alright with that, even though I didn't have it. I really do like that scene,
All right.
as I'm sure a lot of people do.
The foot massage talk, dude.
So yeah, table scene in Django hasn't gone yet.
Pop that on there.
I'd throw that on there for sure. How about the first time they go to a ranch in Django Unchained? That was great.
Oh, Big Daddy's house.
Big Dad.
I think we all think the bags was a nice idea. We're not pointing any fingers. It could have been done a little better.
John Brown! Remember me? Dead. He just shoots the
I'm
dude
keeping it
5
funny.
times.
I'm keeping it funny for you, John. Come on now.
What else we got? We have 8, 9, and 10 left.
Let's see. We got Revenge, Operation Kino, Bonnie situation. I had Inglourious Bastards chapter of Inglourious Bastards.
That's on my honorables for sure.
Yeah, I don't know. Dude. We already have like
We're bastard
stocked.
heavy.
What else did
We're
you guys
stocked with
have?
bastard. I
in your
have
top
tipping
5?
scene or the
Oranashi.
diner scene in
Oh, yeah.
Reservoir.
I had the diner scene
All
kind
right.
of lower, but I had it. What about you?
Didn't have it.
No.
But I told you I haven't seen Reservoir Dogs in a while.
Really?
Over a year.
So 9.
It's like one of my favorite parts.
We're looking
Except for
at.
the ending.
I have The Origin of Oren. That's the animated one. What did you have? I think we need something Kill Bill in here.
I did have.
I had L&I really high on my list. That was my 5th.
Okay, yeah.
And I
the
had
only
the Oren, not the animated scene, the other one.
the only Kill Bill one I had was Showdown
All right,
at
let's do
the
L&I.
House of Blue Tea Leaves, but yeah, L and I was pretty upset didn't make it.
Okay, so we're looking at one more.
One more to make the cut, huh?
Do.
Well, let's see. We got we have Django, we have Pulp Fiction, we have Inglourious Bastards, Reservoir Dogs, Kill Bill. I mean, what's another one?
Do we have Hateful Eight on here at all?
Oh yeah, sorry. Hateful Eight is also on there.
Okay.
What else we looking for?
I have From Dusk Till Dawn.
Yeah, I know, but that's not directed by him. It's written.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but it's still seen.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like, we can't even agree.
I
on
also
that.
have The Man from Hollywood as my 10, but that's pretty much about it.
So we have nothing from like Jackie Brown or anything.
No, I didn't put anything.
What was your Jackie Brown?
I didn't have one.
Oh, you didn't have one
I
on
was
honorable?
talking about it.
I've only seen that once.
All right. Well, what are we doing here? I mean,
Well, yeah, it depends which movie do we want to go. 'Cause
right? We're looking at the landscape of Tarantino here. He's got technically 8 films out. Death Proof.
Didn't both of you had a Death Proof scene?
No, I do like that chase scene. At the
I had
end,
one at
too.
6.
That chase scene.
Yeah.
My 6 is the opening for Django.
We have Django on there.
Oh, okay.
I'm alright if we go the ending to Death Proof.
Yeah.
All right.
If we can agree on that.
I'm down.
Yeah. I like the one where he fucking
That chick
rams
just
into him,
spin
too.
kicks him in the head and it just ends like that.
All right. So, not on our top 10 shows, top 10 Quentin Tarantino scenes/chapters. Honorable mention, obviously, Jackie Brown. She didn't make it, but we had a few of hers on, or we talked about a few. But number 10, Death Proof chase scene at the end. Number 9, L&I. Number 8, diner scene, Reservoir Dogs.
Coming in at number 7, we got the table scene from Django Unchained. Number 6, we got the opening of Pulp Fiction up into Vincent Vega and Marcellus Wallace's wife. Number 5, we got Black Man White Hell from Hateful Eight.
Number 4, Once Upon a Time in Nazi-occupied France. Number 3 is The Bonnie Situation from Pulp Fiction. Number 2, Revenge of the Giant Face from Inglourious Bastards. What do we?
Number 1.
Number 1.
Number 1. Drum roll. Operation Kino.
Operation Kino.
Woo, 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 woo. That's
I
my
actually,
number 1
the
on my
first
actual
3
list.
times I tried to watch Inglourious Bastards, it was all on TV, and it was always at that scene every time. So I've seen that scene just way more times than I've even seen the whole movie.
Yeah, dude, look at my final 5.
Well,
Inglourious
thanks.
Bastards, Pulp Fiction. Inglourious Bastards.
Thanks everybody for listening to Not Another Top 10 show. We hope you enjoyed this episode. Check out our other ones. Check out Colin Wells, Spit Your Podcast again.
SoundCloud.com/EOTH podcast.
Eye of the Hurricane.
Eye of the Hurricane podcast.
Listen, if you listen to the podcast, please hit us up with a subscription. It helps all the time. We're gunning for 50. Hopefully, we're starting to roll here and get some more.
Keep your SoundCloud handle in here.
Oh yeah, that's right. We put a couple episodes on SoundCloud. One of Filmy Film and one of Not Another Top 10 show.
You can download them from there.
Yeah, so check it out.
without
Yeah, so
burning
check it
data
out.
or anything.
Check it out. I'll leave that link in the description. Check out the people who we're subscribed to. Like, subscribe, comment, all that stuff.
Get your comments out there.
And remember, we were just drinking, celebrating.